Are you ready to think more positively? A lot of us get stuck in negative thinking patterns, thoughts that bring us down, old stuff that we haven't gotten past. And in this video, I'd like to show you the 1, 2, 3, 4 model that will help you get control of your thoughts and create happier, healthier thoughts and a more successful life. Let's get started. So in the 1, 2, 3, 4 approach, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, right? In the first section, we have events. Okay, this can be the past or the present. Things that happened, or are happening in our lives. 2 is thoughts. Okay. 3, we'll go into these in more detail in a minute. 3 and 4. Okay, so 3 is our feelings. And 4 is how we respond or react. Make sure you guys can see this. Hopefully you can read this. So events in the past or present lead to thoughts. The way we think about things lead to feelings. And the way that we feel will lead us to our response or our reaction. Okay? So in our society, a lot of us, we get stuck in the response, in the reaction, and we get stuck in the feelings, right? This is where we maybe can't get out of a feeling that we've had for days, months, years, right? Decades, even. We kind of get stuck. Sometimes we also get stuck in repeating our reactions that don't feel good for other people, reactions that really don't represent who we are, right? How do we get control? So how do we come back to center? The work that we're going to talk about today lies here. We'll also do a video on memories at another time. That'll be my second video. So this is number 1 in the series of Thinking More Positively. Number 2 will be about memories. Today it's about thoughts. So in the past, we have our memories, like I said. We have our family of origin. And we even have our beliefs. So our beliefs oftentimes were formed in the past. I like to put this here. It's not necessarily a part of the event section in the traditional way of doing this, but I like to include these here because in my way of working, all of these things fuel your thoughts. They tell you how to think, how to feel, how to react, right? So we'll go into it in our next video, how to work with memories, how to control them and make them more positive experiences. So in our thoughts, this is where we want to catch ourselves, right? Okay, so that's the first step in the work that we're doing today. You need to catch your thoughts, say, noticing them, right? Seeing them happen, seeing them come into your head. Oh, look at what I'm thinking about, right? So the second part is to challenge the thought. If it's a thought, you notice it's a thought and maybe it's breeding some feelings that you don't like, that aren't fun, right? So you want to challenge that thought and say, wait a second, if I'm not happy when I think this thought, maybe I should try to think a different thought or see things in a different way, right? The challenge part is important. And we're going to go more into that too. But then part 3 is to change. So these are the 3 C's in this little model. This is my own thing that I'm adding from another learning that I've had. So I'm going to put in catch your thoughts, challenge your thoughts, change your thoughts, right? So how do we challenge our thoughts? Here's when we use an acronym, which I love this acronym. Think. Some of you may have already heard this one. So this is a series that we go through, THINK, in order to challenge our thoughts, to put our thoughts through a filter, so to speak, and figure out whether or not they're serving us or tiring us out, right? So the T is this thought true? Okay, is what I'm thinking true, right? In coaching, this is where coaches catch people a lot, right? People who, when we're miserable and we're thinking about something we can't get out of a thought, a lot of times we're thinking things, we're filling in the blank. We're thinking about how other people feel. We're thinking about what's happening in the world, things that are not always provable, or things that are different depending on how you look at it, right? So is it really true? Is this thought really true? Do I know that it's true? Or are these my feelings puppeting my thoughts? Or am I basing my thoughts on what I think happened, right? And not what I know happened. Is it helpful? Is what I'm thinking helpful, right? Okay, so let's say you had a traumatic event. Maybe a friend lied to you, right? Is it helpful for you to keep thinking about it? Are you getting anywhere? Are you feeling better? Is it enlightening you? Is it lifting you up, inspiring you? Is it helping your friendship to think the thought that you're thinking? Yes or no, right? It's simple yes or no questions. Third is it inspiring? Okay. This comes up a lot when we're trying to be happier, right? When we're trying to have a more fulfilling life. When we start to notice our thought patterns, we look at, okay, am I thinking inspiring stuff, or am I kind of thinking about, war and fighting and, disease and things like that? Are these uninspiring thoughts? Okay. The N is necessary. So is this thought necessary? Or am I just spinning my wheels thinking about something I can't change, something that upsets me, something I don't like about myself? Do I have to be thinking this, right? In order to go about my day, in order to accomplish my job, in order to be a parent, in order to take care of myself? Is this a necessary thought for me? And the last part of the THINK acronym is kind. Is this a kind thought, right? So if we've had people hurt us or things happen in the past, it can feel kind of like a high, right? To think, oh, what a jerk, or God, that happened, I hate this person, or, it gives us this little jolt, right? So we get kind of stuck on that way of thinking. So what the THINK acronym helps us with is to figure out, is it a kind thought or not? Because if it's not a kind thought, chances are it will not propel you forward. It will not help you grow. It will not promote wellness and happiness in your life. What is it to think about people in an unkind way? What does it do for you, right? Okay, so this right here, the THINK acronym, I put a link in the description here. You can click on a little quiz that I designed for you. That's free. You can just click there. I think it asks for your email. And then you can have the questions right in front of you and fill them out. And I suggest using that over and over and over again if you're trying to train yourself to think more positively, happier, more fulfilling thoughts. I would suggest printing it, just use it over and over and over again until it becomes kind of rote, or like a knee-jerk reaction to go through this in your own mind. And this is training. This is like any kind of training that you can do, physical training. This is your thinking training, right? Is to catch your thoughts here. Okay, so we have the link to questions. Over here, I also have some videos that I just made recently. Why are bad habits so hard to break? I have got a part 1 and part 2 there. You can go to those links. I will put them in the comment section once I'm done recording. And you can go back and look at those things for here. The work really for me is up here right now. So when our feelings are here, right, we have to go before the feelings in order to help them. Working on the feelings alone will often not really do the work, in my opinion. And then once we get control of all this stuff, we get control of our feelings, we are able to be more in control of our responses and reactions, right? Feelings are really, can be explosive, overwhelming, and convincing. And so when we get into our feelings and we feel stuck, right? Like when you're here and you're in your feelings, look how pretty you are. Give you some hair. Okay, when you're stuck in your feelings, but your feelings are all negative, anger, sadness, hurt, regret. I mean, where are you? How do you get yourself out of that, right? So you've got to kind of drop yourself a lifeline and lift yourself up, right? You've got to lift yourself up by getting in control of your thoughts. Feelings can be hormonal. Feelings can be chemical. Our work is here, right? This is our evolution. This is where we can get in control of our reactions, right? And when we get in control of our reactions, we start to have better relationships, better job experiences. We start to have more fulfilling friendships, more fulfilling experiences in general in life. Okay, so we want to get to a good place here. Let's see if I forgot anything. For today, I think that's all. But the second video, look for my number 2. I'm going to put a video up about past memories and how we can get control of some of those things. So if you feel like you resonate with this work, you resonate with me, I do one-on-one work with people, 1 session at a time, or I have a 10-pack. I also have a 10-week program. It's a self-care program to get you working on this stuff, getting more in contact with yourself, figuring out what you're doing or not doing that's creating your life situation now, and becoming more empowered. So hope to see you there. Remember to like this video, follow me here. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Raise the Bar Wellness, Melissa Raise. I'm on medium.com. I have a blog there. So lots of things out there for you. Hope to see you again soon.